Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the counselor's office. I'm Mr. Gaming Counselor, and we are live with some more Destiny 2 for you. In this episode of This Week in Destiny 2, I just woke up. I'm a sleepy boy. I was up all night celebrating summer break. That's right, I'm on summer break. I'm excited, but I'm very sleepy. So I'm a little late. It's like 2 o'clock. This Week in Destiny, we're going to jump through it a little bit because a lot of it's just repeat, and it seems like this is going to be a lot of words. Confronting Oblivion in our first Vidoc. Less than 2 weeks until the final shape is here, Guardians. We want to make the wait easier for you. So how about we share 2 amazing Vidocs with you all? In our first one, live this very morning, we talk about emotional scripts, the surreal landscapes we'll visit, and believe it or not, how you could learn the language used by the Dread if you really wanted to. Okay, I'm going to skip this because I'll do a whole review on all the Vidocs together. Let's just kind of jump through, shall we? So tomorrow, the next one will be revealed. We'll watch all of it together tomorrow. Hunter goes into the Traveler. Really good cutscene. It's the end of the season of the Wish. Probably the best part of the whole season. Outside of Into the Light, which is its own thing, in my opinion. World's Raid first. Twitch rivals. If you are linked and you are watching someone who is competing and signed up with Twitch drops, you'll have the opportunity to get this sweet emblem. I actually like this. It looks really pretty cool. This one, not so much. Get your pretty guns. We all love pretty. Shiny. Yes. The precious. The precious. We want the precious. That is pretty much all of the Destiny community. They've increased the drop rates of both guns and trophies and increased reputation. Who would have thought they did this? Who thought they were going to do this? And you can get random drops to show up as you're playing. But also, May 18th at 10 a.m., they're increasing the drop chance of shinies. So shave off your life and save those tokens, because May 28th is the chance of a lifetime to get that god roll that you've been waiting for. All right, ability tuning. Check out the video I did on that. I think I probably got some things wrong on that. I'm going to be honest. I don't know how I feel about a lot of the ability tuning. I know Warlock is in shambles. Titan is in more shambles than I thought, especially for PvP, but also PvE. Introducing Pathfinder. This is the part that I'm interested in because we had no idea how the hell this was going to work. Now we get some explanation. Pathfinder is a brand new pursuit system we're introducing Destiny 2 that consolidates bounties, patrols, and the weekly vendor challenges into one streamlined system you can choose anytime. Okay? Anywhere via the director. Different Pathfinders can be accessed from relevant screens of the director by selecting the Pathfinder nodes or using a hotkey for quick and easy access to the system. Okay, whatever. So it's one more system in our directory we have to go to. Hopefully it is better than quest tabs. Anyone who plays Destiny knows the quest tabs and everything, it sucks. When you find a Pathfinder, you'll be presented with 20 objectives divided into 5 tiers, leading every Guardian's favorite thing, big shiny loot. I said that. To reach said loot, you must complete objectives and claim them to form a path from the leftmost tier to the right. While you can progress through all objectives on a Pathfinder without restriction, you will need to claim at least one objective in each tier before you can claim an objective in the following tier. Every time you claim an objective, you will receive awards, progressing your path toward the final reward and opening new potential paths. Building a path to the final reward allows you to claim it, and claiming the final reward opens up a new opportunity, resetting your Pathfinder. Okay, so we can reset. That's huge. Huge. Remember also, this is going to give you probably power drops, which will also help you level up your characters, and it's going to be account wide. So you can do this on any character you're choosing and it will follow over to your other characters. So your whatever level your warlock is and you're a hunter main, guess what? Your hunter main is starting off pretty strong if you've been doing a bunch of this on your warlock. Resetting your Pathfinder costs Glimmer, but it will give you a new set of objectives to complete and a new final reward to pursue. These new cards are built using a mixture of authorial control, procedural generation. So once you start resetting the AI is involved. Your cards will diverge from those of the other Guardians. As long as you still have Glimmer to do so, you can continue to reset your Pathfinder cards after claiming the final rewards as many times as you'd like each week. But the value of the final reward will diminish with resets of your card to a point. However, with every weekly reset, the value of the final rewards will also reset. Your objective progress will be lost, and every Guardian will start the week with the same fresh card. Okay, I don't know what this is going to look like. So it's not going to be as rewarding every time you reset. So I guess this is to discourage people from like blitz farming it. Like you can farm it, but eventually it's not going to be as useful. I don't know. It's kind of a weird shout that you're going to have diminishing returns. The final reward will diminish with resets. I mean, the final reward. So it's going to be powerful or pinnacle and then go powerful. And then what was it just going to be shards or something? We'll have to wait to see. There's a lot of speculation that can be made with this. I think it's cool because you essentially have more agency and control of what do you want to do? Do you want to do a bunch of freaking patrols and Vanguard bounties inside whatever this is? Or do you want to play Crucible? Or do you want to play Gambit because you're crazy? Where is Pathfinder? The final shape will launch with 2 Pathfinders, one available to all Guardians that replace the bounty system and the weekly challenges for our core ritual activities, and one that you will unlock in the Pale Heart as part of the expansions campaign. So is this the new battle pass? Or are we still going to get a battle pass? Like, that's kind of what this is. This is interesting. That's interesting. 2 different ones. The Ritual Pathfinder provides you with a set of objectives that span all our ritual activities. Vanguard strikes, Nightfalls, Onslaught. Okay, that makes me feel happy. Gambit and the Crucible. Some of these it really does make me feel happy because this means Onslaught is going to be now a core part, and most people enjoy Onslaught. So if you don't enjoy any of these, but you still have Onslaught, I'm happy with that. The fact that they acknowledge its existence after this is huge. It's not just being like abandoned. Well, I mean, Gambit's being acknowledged, but we all know it's abandoned. Some of these objectives can be completed in any of these activities, while others will require you to dive into specific ritual mode. An update later in the year of the Final Shape will make it even easier to get these ritual screens while you are in their activities, as well as making it easier to access the Ritual Pathfinder. While we don't want to reveal too much about the new destination, you can expect the kinds of objectives on the Pale Heart Pathfinder to roughly align with what you would expect to see from destination bounties. With the addition of some new location-based objectives called field assignments, when field assignments are featured on your Pathfinder, you can expect to see them marked directly on the destination map, where you can track them to take advantage of our waypoint system to help navigate to their location. This is their way of removing bounties. Bungie has talked about how they hate the bounty hoarding, and a lot of the people in the community do too, but to be competitive, to feel like you're not missing out, it feels like you need to, especially if you want to be able to get the good stuff. Like, let's say, for instance, deep sight harmonizers. The only way to get deep sight harmonizers is in your battle pass. And the only way to get them in your battle pass is by leveling it up. And then you get deep sight harmonizers. Once you bounty hoard, you unlock a bunch of levels, you get a head, and then suddenly you're able to start, using these deep sight harmonizers to craft god roll guns, because you're unlocking patterns. And so that's how a lot of people were able to get certain guns and certain seasons, like right off the rip, or raid weapons right off the rip, because they had all these saved up because they unlocked their entire pass. And so that does give some advantage in like PvP. There's been people have guns that other people don't. In PvE, you might have a gun that's really good, but because you saved up a bunch of deep harmonizers and you loved up your pass, so you can keep using it. So now you have a little bit of advantage going into world's first. Now, do I think this is going to happen all the time? No, but it does. There's still opportunities for some advantages to be made. I don't know. There's going to be people like you don't know what you're talking about. And there's going to be some people who are like, yeah, we exactly know what you're talking about. And there's still going to be some people who are like, no, I don't care. And you know what? That's fine. Respect to the people who don't care. Well, we don't want to. Yeah. So we're going to be able to use a navigation system to just pinpoint where we want to go. It feels like it's a combination of adding patrols, like what is patrols, and then slapping bounties together with them, which honestly is what bounties should be. Like, you go out, you chase this bounty, you just patrol, you do this challenge, and then you get XP, like substantial, worthwhile XP to boost yourself. We'll have to see how it works out. I don't know how it's going to work out. We're going to find out. Why is Pathfinder? Okay, Guardians of the Galaxy. When we set out to build Pathfinder, we had 4 goals. The first goal was consolidation. Destiny 2 is an enormous game that has evolved constantly over the last decade. Many pursuit systems have been added to the game over time, and these systems are accessed in a myriad of different ways that make it difficult for Guardians, experienced or not, to understand what they can be doing at any given time. We set out to build one system that has the capacity of aligning all of these into one cohesive UI you can always access from wherever you are. Our second goal was to give players more agency. Bounty system in Destiny 2 typically let Guardians pick from a handful of mixed bounties that reset each day and provide repeatable bounties for those who wish to further engage with the system. These limited choices result in a system that feels prescriptive about how you should play. True. Go use this shotgun, kill 5 things. Must go to Dream City. Yeah, do dreaming well. Don't die. Kill 3 things. Pick up chests that you see. Very prescriptive. Instead of putting you in control, we want Guardians to feel ownership over their engagement with these systems, with the ability to chart a course that matches the goal of their system or their session. I'm going to go ahead and mute my freaking clan. They are blowing up over what's going on. I've not read this, so I don't know what is waiting for me. So I'm muting my clan real quick. With that in mind, our third goal was making decisions matter a bit more. Our existing pursuit system consists largely of disconnected individual objectives that have no effect on each other. In many cases, a Guardian's decision regarding these objectives are limited to doing or not doing a particular objective or spending Glimmer to re-roll repeatable bounties they don't like. Pathfinder's path-based system incentivizes Guardians to complete objectives that may otherwise be out of the control zone to achieve a more direct path to their final reward. It also allows Guardians to forge a more elevated path around objectives that can't call out to them. As their options diminish closer to the final reward, Guardians will be challenged to engage with a particular activity, mode, or playstyle to acquire more rewards. And finally, our fourth goal was to reduce barriers, because let's face it, much of our time as Guardians is spent zipping between destinations preparing to play the game. Flying to the tower, flying to the helm, flying to Europa. I appreciate that Bungie understands how much freaking flying around we do. It all takes time that we could be fending off the witness and thwarting its universe-threatening plan to react to final shape. You know what? I will give Bungie props. There's this huge recognizing that there's so much time wasted, and time is a very important asset. And they could be saying, you know what? know what? We're going to waste your time, which is what they typically do. But the fact that they acknowledge that, hey, instead of flying around, you can be shooting your guns. You can be playing said game. And so that's huge for them to recognize that. And a lot of games developers just intentionally do things that waste your time. So the faster you are getting right into the action, the better. So I appreciate that. I really do. That is very a W positive for everyone, because I think we can all agree the faster we get into playing the game versus flying around and having to go back and forth, it's really annoying. So this is so good. It takes time that we could be spending Fang of the Witness. In the final shape, with Pathfinder, you already have your objectives, and they're always progressing as you play, whether they are locked or unlocked. There's no need to visit a vendor or use the Destiny app to grab bounties. No need to balance your inventory of quests and bounties, and no need to travel to vendors to claim your reward for weekly challenges. Oh my God, this is perfect. This is the best system ever. Wherever you are, if you are touching butts with a thrall in some lost sector, you can claim things without having to go back to Petrovenge or having to go back to the Helm. Sweet Lord Mama. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. About Destination Pathfinder. The rewards are designed to encourage completing many paths over many objectives in each Pathfinder. If you want to yeah, that sounds like a chicken. If you want to maximize your weekly rewards, your best bet is to plan your optimal path. Objective reward, 25 vendor reputation, 4,000 XP. The first reward, redacted exotic. Ooh. Powerful tier 3 engram, the Pale Heart gear. 1 rank of vendor reputation, 25k XP. Second path, redacted exotic. Ooh, focusable engram. 375 vendor reputation, 25k. Path completion rewards, 1 through 3. The Pale Heart engram, focusable. Same thing. So this is copy pasta. It's not until we get to Pathfinder rewards 1 through 3, repeatable. World Legendary engram, not as much vendor reputation, and just 4,000 XP. Okay, cool. Interesting. So objectives, calibrations. So description, directly replaces bounties, most common objective category on the Pale Heart Pathfinder. In the Pale Heart, defeat combatants of a certain faction. In the Pale Heart, defeat combatants using weapons that match your subclass. So it's exactly what I said it was going to be. It's bounties that are being placed as patrols, or seem like that's what they are. You're doing bounties within like the patrol area. Field assignments. Players must go to the location in the Pale Heart and complete a custom encounter that only appears while the objective is active. Patrols. This is the second most common objective category in the Pale Heart Finder. In the Pale Heart, travel to Redacted to claim a reward for defeating Redacted. The Pale Heart travel to Redacted and to the Redacted. You've got to redact yourself to redact yourself, man. Ventures. Destination focused activities and objectives, only 2 per the Pale Heart Pathfinder, only appear in the tier before the final shape. The Pale Heart progress through the Redacted. You know what? You have to do the Redacted to do the Redacted to do the Redacted. We'll find out when Redacted is released. About Ritual Pathfinders. Now let's talk about ritual activities. Crucible, Gambit, Vanguard vendor bounties will be replaced by Unified Ritual Pathfinder. A single instance of Pathfinder will contain objectives specific to each ritual activity, as well as generic objectives that can be completed in any 3 of these activities. Additionally, on weeks when there is an active reputation boost, the first 3 instances of Pathfinder will contain more objectives associated with that ritual activity. So if the Crucible reputation boost is active, Pathfinder will contain more Crucible specific objectives until after the 3rd reset. Completing an objective node awards experience, like individual bounty completion. Completing a path is designed to be akin to completing a weekly vendor bounty challenge. Completing rewards includes prime engrams, bright dust, and experience. However, where vendor challenges are limited to 3 per week per character, Pathfinder progress is shared across all characters and is infinitely repeatable. Due to these differences, the reward amount can be redistributed accordingly. First 3 completions, so resettings, doing your thing. Prime engram, enhancement prism, 150 bright dust, 25k. Ooh. So you get this over 3. That's, I don't know. Someone's going to do the math. I don't. So one of the big concerns was doing a weekly reset on each character could get you up to 1,080 per week of bright dust. If you cared, if it's 3 completions is 150, 450. So 7 completions is, it might be a nerf. I think this might be a nerf to bright dust. I think getting bright dust might be harder. Depends on how easy it is to reset. Subsequent completions, enhancement core, 30 bright dust, 400k. We'll see. I'm gonna let someone rage on Twitter, and then I'm gonna point at it and be like, this person actually cares more than I do. I still think it's scummy if they are reducing bright dust, because some people who don't want to spend money and want to save and play the game to earn the currency should be able to do so. So if it's scummy and they're reducing what you earn, I will make a video on that. But for right now, I'm just kind of cruising through. Updating the quest tab. We already shed some light on the UI and UX changes coming to the final shape, particularly how the on-screen formation channels have been updated to show buffs, debuffs, and weapon perks in a more organized way. Let's talk about some quality of life updates we have introduced in the quest tab. Please, because the quest tab right now sucks balls. It is bad. It sucks. Starting on June 4, players will be able to set quest category on the left column as the default when you thank God. At the same time, all milestones will now show up on the quest tab, although they will not count against the total amount of quests and bounties that a player can hold in their inventory, and will still be able to hold up to 63 in total. For players who want to keep everything more organized, we also have updated the quest tab, so tracking quests in individual categories will now bring them to the front of the sword in order in the quest tab. Last but not least, if you hover over your quest in the quest tab, it will let you know when you can launch it directly from the detail screen. So now it's more straightforward to get from checking it to playing it. These changes to the quest tab are not the quality of life changes we've made to our venues. We have also integrated reputation boost into the ritual activity nodes at the top of the director screen. So when those are active throughout an episode, players will get that information at a glance. Holy crap. No freaking way. Thank God. Thank God. Because honestly, that was the most annoying thing, is not like some of the stuff needs to be at a glance. Like instead of having things pop up on your screen all the freaking time, just have it up in a corner saying at a glance, this is the news for you. All right, we got, and speaking of ritual activities, we also redesigned the private match screen for both Crucible and Gambit to allow for greater ease of use and more customization options that will give players some rewards. For those people who do scrims, eat your heart out, this is more for you than me. Use your legendary shards, because the economy that we all share and trade together, the economy that, you know, I'm giving little Timmy my mats, the legendary shards are going away because they're so hard to collect, even though I used all mine and I'm back at the 5,000. But okay, and I'm not religiously playing Destiny as much either. I mean, a little bit, but not as much as other people. Remember when we told you legendary shards would go away for good, at least at the end of the Season of the Wish? Guess what? That's then less 2 weeks away. It's time to put those shards to good use, because you won't be able to use them once the final shape has launched. Our recommendation: buy raid banners for a lifetime or exchange them for resources at Rayold. But please use them before it's too late. Like, why can't they do like a limited time? Hey, here's some enhancement cores. We know you'll need those. buy as many as you can at Royal using your legendary shards. Like, I'm sorry, it's really freaking annoying that, oh, the economy. But there's no economy. Economy means there's trading, there's interaction with other players. There is something be given and taken that impacts the global interactions of the system. And it's not. It's just you and the NPC. Like, give me a break, dude. Especially I'm going to tell you, you need enhancement cores. It is going to be a even bigger resource, because where legendary shards used to be the thing, now enhancement cores is going to be replacing it. They're just passing the buck to something else. Glimmer enhancement cores is the new legendary shards. Like, let's be honest with each other. Can we be honest? You may not like to hear this, and it may annoy you, but let's be honest. You know it, and I know it. The enhancement cores are going to be the new legendary shards. People are going to need them or want them. Yes, Bungie has increased them. I will say Onslaught dropping enhancement cores was a nice touch, but I still think it's not enough, because you get legendary shards for almost everything. You can pretty much, as long as you're playing the game, you'll be swimming in legendary shards. I've got 5,000 legendary shards, but I only have 900 enhancement cores that I've been hoarding, actively trying not to use. So that's a drastic difference. That's enough I have to say about that. The final Pantheon bosses are here. Riven, Nezarec, final god of pain. And for some people, he is pain. I've been trying to do LFG with it because I just want the full experience before I do a review on Pantheon. It is definitely a challenge. I will 100% say it is. Oh, baby, it is challenging. Classification: Dread, Prime Tormentor, Resonant. Created from Rolk's blueprint. Wow. Okay, so this is, I don't care. We've heard enough of Riven. I just cared about Nezarec. Created from Rolk's blueprint. Nezarec was the first tormentor for which all others owe their lineage. Nezarec relishes in sowing fear and pain, feeding off the terror of sentient beings. He can induce nightmares across entire worlds. Nezarec, in possession of the Veil, led the Black Fleet as it assaulted Earth during the collapse, but was betrayed and killed by Savathun. She separated, cursed, and entombed his lunar pyramid within the moon and stole away the Veil. Guardians uncovered the lunar pyramid when the Vanguard mobilized to assault the Scarlet Keep, and they uncovered the Veil when they made contact with Neomuna on Neptune. For centuries, Nezarec remained buried. Then his disembodied head, held aboard the Witness's pyramid, was struck by a terraforming beam fired from the Traveler. It revitalized him as it reshaped the pyramid, where an undaunted fire team cut him down once more. Much of that is known about Nezarec is derived from the anecdotal experiences, engaged fire team raids, and tomb recovered from the Golden Age that was entitled Of Hated Nezarec. Of note, an old Scion exotic relic known colloquially as Nezarec's Sin has long found its home among warlock operatives. The helmet has known many owners throughout the years, all of whom have perished under mysterious circumstances, been rendered comatose, or have since relinquished their possession of the helm to another owner. This helm is currently believed to be in possession of the Guardian Redacted, a hero of few words. Oh, that we've got a new character, a name Redacted. Yeah, they redacted it because it's probably someone in the final shape. Mithrax, Kell of House Light, is currently afflicted with Nezarec's curse, despite Nezarec being destroyed. I didn't know that. What? This occurred when the Kell led to effort to recover Nezarec's scattered remains. He wants Todd distilled Nezarec's essence into a mentally reviving elixir while siphoning the corruptive elements into himself. Attempting to dispel or cure this curse are ongoing. Cha 319 was assigned to monitor it and report back any changes. Legends from the Dark Age speak of light bearers and non-bearers alike suffering terrors when the moon is at perigee. The legends detail rituals with the nearly extinct earth plant lavender, long thought to hold protective, calming, and cleansing properties. Furthermore, There are late legends detailing victims of these night terrors smelling lavender after waking, as if the nightmare mocked their attempts at protection. This led to a subsequent switch to a myriad of other panikies. 8 gods and 1 amazing poster. We have prepared something very special to celebrate the glorious reveal of the last boss. We partnered with Gabriel Flanuz, an amazing Brazilian artist whose work around raid bosses you probably already are familiar with, to create an amazing piece of art featuring the 8 enemy bosses you were asked to defeat. Behold Pantheon in all its glory. Dude, that is actually dope. It's unfortunate that it wasn't just like 8 actual final raid bosses. Like, it's dope to see Rolk, Nezarek, Riven. We've got Oryx, Golgoroth, Atrax, Caretaker, planets. Like, this dude does not belong. I'm sorry, he does not belong. But we digress. This is still epic though. Dope. I'll have to say, Destiny has some of the best artists in the game. And that's not all. We collaborated with our wonderful friends at Display to make this. Oh my God, I'm buying it. I will buy it. It's so dope. I'm looking for a good Destiny. Like, I spend a lot of my time playing raids. And so if you're like, oh my God, he's spending ornaments. Listen, if I will spend money to represent things that I've spent my time with. Yes. At least I get to keep this. So if Destiny ever disappears, at least I have this versus a digital cosmetic that Bungie will run off into the sunset with. So I'm actually pretty excited. Starting tomorrow, May 24th, introducing a format with a new enhanced texture finish. The Destiny 2 community is filled with incredible talented artists, and we love partnering with them. So if you want to know more about Gabriel and his work, your favorite killer robot. So did you have a nice time with Trevor, the overzealous robot vacuum cleaner? We asked the community to share some of their favorite Trevor moments. I did mine too soon. I posted mine and it's not here. Wow, that sucks. Oh well, another week of feeling shafted by Bungie. You know what? Whatever. Our latest collaboration, we've got Destiny 2 and Steel Series. You know, if it was Logitech, I'd care, but I don't care about Steel Series. Like, Logitech for life, baby. Logitech, not funded by them. I like it. Duh. But I Steel Series, meh. The Final Shape 24-hour cooldown. Just before the Final Shape launches, I don't know why I said cooldown, but it essentially is a cooldown time. Destiny 2 will be offline for 24 hours starting at June 3rd. So get your stuff done before then. Players will be reminded of the downtime in the game via our social media channel before it begins, and all players will be able to pre-download the Final Shape during this time. Pony error codes. We've investigated an issue where players can receive invites that result in pony errors. While we're at work at a permanent fix, we recommend turning off friends and clan requests in your settings under the social area and setting Fireteam Finder to friends only, or whatever you prefer. We're working to resolve this issue as soon as possible. Claim your seasonal rewards. Season of the Wish, all this is leaving. Seasonal sales, rewards, season pass items, season vendor rewards, Shack, Savala, Drifter, Sync. Listen, seasons are going away. It's episodes now. So when they say season pass items, you should play it safe. It is a gamble to try to keep your season pass. In times past, you could go back and pull stuff out of your season pass from older passes. We do not know if you can still do that. And the fact that they specifically say season pass items, or get them before they're gone, this makes me wonder if you will not be able to pull them anymore. There's nothing that says you can do that. There's no reassurance that you could do that. So please think very heavily whether you should be holding your items or you should take them. I know it's tempting to leave a bunch of exotic engrams in your season pass for next season to focus. But really consider, is it worth it? That's all I'm gonna say. Destiny content vault updates with the start of season 7. Certain items will go into the vault. No, yes, we already know. While we continue to investigate various items, here's a list of issues. Capturing zone and collision PvP game mode while having full super will slightly reduce super energy. Tormentors can push turrets away. Yes, we knew this. Yes. That is Nezarec. He's a tomato. World's first solo Pantheon. Respect. I have to watch that. Watching someone complete a 6-man activity all alone is hypnotic. Correct. Congratulations to Dabs for conquering 8-track Sovereign Week 1 all by himself. Remember to include your Bungie ID in your... Oh no, what? Your Destiny submission so we can easily grant the corresponding emblem. Oh, okay, well, it doesn't matter. I would have to be granted them anyways. And we are done here. There are only 12 more days until the final shape is here, so be sure you have everything you need to be ready. I'm gonna be honest, guys. I've got some videos coming up. I got a funny one. I've got a couple of like wish list videos I want to say. I'm going to try to wrap up Pantheon because I want to do a really kind of like dedicated view of it, because I feel like I want to be able to experience as much LFG as possible with different teams to really kind of get a sense, because I had some people that are like, yes, LFG is so bad in Pantheon, and some are saying it's fantastic. I don't know what people are talking about. So I want to be able to like absorb it, and then I'm going to give you my full consensus, because I'm still waiting to finish with my team, because I'm going to do the rest of the run. Unfortunately, we start at like 7 o'clock, so we only have a couple hours to kind of like go through it. And yeah, I'll have that video out whenever we finish it completely. But I'm just doing different encounters with different teams. Especially, I spent like 5 hours with the LFG team just doing Nezarec, just to kind of experience how that's going to feel. Because I think that is going to be like, people are wanting to get over that pinnacle is being Nezarec. So I want to be able to experience that with as many LFG teams. And you can think that I'm nuts, I'm insane, why are you doing this to yourself? But remember, I have Stockholm Syndrome for Destiny. So allowing Destiny to literally beat me makes so much sense. I'm laughing, but I'm just laughing through the pain that I'm experiencing doing this to myself. It's like someone who hates Dark Souls forces themselves to play Dark Souls. That's kind of what's going on. This is my Dark Souls. I don't necessarily hate Destiny, but I hate the experience for sure. I'm doing this so I can give a fair opinion, so people can't be like, well, you don't know what you're talking about. I do. This smile is me forcing myself to smile. I know the pain of doing LFG. As always, this has been your week in Destiny. I hope you guys have a great week. Please, if you've been grinding, if you've been doing bounty hoarding, take some time to breathe. Especially if you've been doing Pantheon, breathe. You deserve it. Have a good day. Be your best self. And as always, don't forget to game out.